Hello. First thing you need to do when you buy a rework machine or any kind of heat machine, that you calibrate this preheat, and only need to look this LED. If you have a pulsar controlled machine, you need to look this LED that it blinks constantly all the time when you are in the set temp. So I say again, it blinks constantly all the time when you are in the set temp. And this is why, because the controlling thermocouple is not in, it's not touching the motherboard, so it's floating in the air. And this means when it's blinking, it means that it gives stable radiation power to the motherboard. If it shuts down for a long period of time, it will cool down the motherboard. Or if it's too long on, it will overheat it, overshoot. So really important, don't look at this temperature. When this blinks all the time, this will be in 1C. Now I know this temperature is for the Xbox 360. But first thing you do, you need to preheat time, how fast your machine can preheat to reflow temperatures. And we all know that if you have two zones, the temperature is 180 and 200 in that area, if you are using two zones. My Honda doesn't have fans blowing cold air in the motherboard, so this is ideal for testing how fast my machine is. So let's go ahead. This is the preheat button, and I now preheat the Xbox 360 motherboard and start timing. And I'm measuring this. This is the bottom temperature and this is the top temperature, and the TCs are top of each other. And here you can see the power what I'm using. Normally the Honda side plates are 600 watts, and they are too strong. So the the PCB side gets hotter than the middle without the hot air. So I don't want to heat the sides because there are lots of capacitors and stuff like that. So I want only heat the chip area. So this is why I have the modifications for the side plates. We look these temperatures. But first thing is to do is to make this blink constantly when we are in the set temp. Not this temp, only the green one, or the set temp where you are aiming at. It's really important. If this is not blinking, you will never get stable preheat. I can show you TC and the other one. Now look, we are almost at the set temp and it's only 100°C bottom of the board. This is the top temperature. So set temp and only 100. When the TC thermocouple is not touching the motherboard, it's slowly rising temperature if the LED is blinking constantly. Slowly rising. Here you can see my power, what I'm using. Six minutes, almost 7. 132. But I know that Xbox 360 motherboard doesn't need that much preheat temperature from the IR preheat plates. I can do the profile using hot air. This is why I use really slow airspeed. I put the nozzle really close to the motherboard and use really slow airspeed. I only heat the chip area because Xbox 360 capacitors are really fragile and they will blow up if you heat too much the motherboard. This is the first stage. I will do another video, but you have to, this is important to fix, that in every temperature area it will blink constantly. And time it always and take a videos. Bye.